Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, today what I thought I would do, I wanted to have kind of a hypothetical discussion with you guys. I know this may sound kind of strange, but what I was thinking, I mean, we're probably not going to get any major updates to this game, let's face it. And, you know, they're not going to be making a Fernbus 2 at all. Matter of fact, I don't even think we're going to see any more games from this developer come over to console. I mean, maybe, but I don't. I kind of doubt it. But I do enjoy this game. I really do like this game a lot. And I was just thinking, you know, if, gosh, I don't know. I mean, I guess hypothetically we could say if Aerosoft had a huge shakeup, a huge change of heart, and decided they want to make this game good or they really want to continue with it or whatever. But more along the lines, let's say a different developer seen the potential of this game, and they decided to make their own busing game that was similar to this. What are some things that I would love to see in that game? What are the things that I think would be a must-have in that game? Just kind of like a fun little look into the possibilities, right? So I feel like most of the time when we play this game, we're always pointing out all the negative stuff, you know, and it's fair because we enjoy the game and the negative things are very annoying, aren't they? But you know, we don't really point out the cool things in the game too much, do we? So, for instance, I think the bus models, I think they're very good. I think the inside of the buses look good. I think the textures look good. You know, with this game, I absolutely love the seasons. I love how you can set the game to the actual date and time of your system, and the seasons change. You know, we get the weather patterns, and not just that. I mean, like even the passengers, they dress different in the winter. You know, they dress for the rain. It's really good. I mean, so I think any game moving forward, that's something that is a must. You know, uh, seasons and the weather. Also, in this game, like in December, if you go into some cities, they're decorated for Christmas. I love that kind of thing. I'm just such a sucker for that kind of thing. And this game does that, and it's shocking because, as I said before, at some point, a lot of love went into this game. I don't know what happened to it, but at some point, definitely a lot of love went into this game. It's just sad that they didn't continue on with it to try to make it even better and just polish it a little further. How can we improve upon that? I think during some weather, like for example, right now it's snowing. It's slightly snowing, nothing major. But we already have seasons in the game, right? So what if we had like a temperature system, you know, in the game? So, gee, maybe in like December, January when it gets really cold, if you get snowstorms, maybe the road ices up a little bit, so you got to drive a little slower. You got to kind of keep that in mind. You know, I'm just really just spitballing here, guys. You know, maybe if we had snow accumulating on the road, you know, maybe not like to extremes. You know, we don't want like a snow runner type situation, but I think it'd be cool if we got like snow accumulating on the road, and then you know that you'd have to adjust your speed for that and stuff like that. Same thing for maybe in the rain. You know, obviously, if you go too fast in the rain, you can hydroplane, so you'd have to maybe slow it down, keep that into consideration. Another thing that I feel like is a must-have in a game like this is some kind of career and or economy system. An economy system is definitely a must-have, you know, and I feel like that would definitely go with a career mode. And Tourist Bus Simulator has a fantastic career mode. Like honestly, it's such a shame that other aspects of that game don't work, and it's included in the career mode. There's some things in the career mode that don't work either, but for the most part, it's such a good, in-depth, fun aspect of that game. The career mode is so good. You know, I mean, in that game, you can buy buses, new or used. You can hire people. You can hire drivers. You can hire mechanics. You can hire tour guides. The buses, you can get insurance on the buses. You have to get like Wi-Fi plans. You have to buy snacks for the buses for the what are they? The tour, like the scenic tours and stuff like that. It's really good. You know, you can buy properties, you can buy houses, You can buy a bigger garage and you can upgrade it. I mean, there's really a lot going on in that game with career mode. Just imagine a career mode like that in a game the size of Fernbus, where you have like all of Europe. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. So what I'm not going to go into graphics and performance because these are things that should be a given. Like I don't need to say I want a game to run smooth. Obviously, we want a game to run smooth. Obviously, updated graphics, all that good stuff. But yeah, some kind of economy system I think is just a must, right? Like the bus needs gas, you got to fill it up. I would prefer the idea of actually getting out of the bus and filling it up from the outside. I just did a video yesterday put out on a mobile phone game. It's a trucking game. Um, Again, I have the worst time. Universal Universal Truck Simulator. It's just so weird. Like why Universal? I don't know. I don't get that. Universal Truck Simulator. That's pretty good because when you pull up to the gas station, you get out of the truck and there's like a little green circle. You stand in that. Then it says fill the truck. You fill it up from there, and it's really cool. It's a really cool way to do it. I would love to see something like that implemented in a bus game. I mean, you know, for me, a simulator, the more that you can do in the simulator, the more immersive it is, the better it is for me. I know some people, don't care for that, but, you know, I really do. It wouldn't bother me if, say, we had to take a break and have like a cup of coffee or something. Maybe we had little basic needs, in the game. Kind of like Alaskan Road Truckers, if you guys have seen that game. Maybe not as in depth the survival as that, but just a little something, right? Like a little something we could stop, we could grab a bite to eat, take care of the driver as well as the bus. I think that would be actually really cool. Have things like scheduled repairs and stuff like that. Now, obviously, with this game, I get it. You're an employee for FlixBus. That's what you are. So you wouldn't really have to worry about stuff like that. But how fun would it be to just have your own company and maybe you start at the complete bottom, right? What if when you start, you can just have shuttle buses and you got to work your way up through maybe a leveling system or just by collecting money to get there, or reputation or something like that. I think reputation might be a really cool thing to have in a bus game where if you get people where they're going on time, then the word gets out that you're reputable. Maybe you could do something like, put out ads and stuff, like radio ads, internet ads, stuff like that, TV commercials and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. And maybe we could do something like dedicated routes, right? Maybe we could get contracts. So maybe we could get a contract with like, I don't know, let's say like an amusement park or something like that, where we're bringing people to and from that amusement park all the time. Or maybe you could get a route where you're going to the local airport or the local mall or shopping center or something like that. I think that would be really cool. And you could have dedicated routes like that. You could always hire people to drive your buses to those routes for you, or you could choose to drive them yourself. Obviously you could have routes going all over the place. So eventually you could have shuttle buses, you could have city routes, you could have like coach routes like this where you're going on really long trips. Maybe you could plan your own kind of like tourist routes, where you could go and see the sights. Because right now, like in this map, there's not like many places you can go within the city, but there are still places that you can go within the city that the game never really brings you on the routes because there's no reason to go that way. I would love to see more detailed cities with actual sights to see that you could bring tourists around and stuff like that. I mean, the possibilities are really endless for a game like this. It would just be such a big undertaking. I mean, I get that, having a map with that kind of detail. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with it. I don't know how difficult that would be to achieve on console. I mean, obviously, we have games on PC like ATS, ETS2 that have very detailed maps. Can those games come to console? Can we ever see a game like that on console? I think we can. I think we can. I think this game here kind of proves that we can see stuff like that. I don't think it's impossible, And obviously, each generation of gaming console is just going to get more powerful and better, and we're going to be able to do more things that we couldn't do before. I have no idea if we're ever going to see ATS or ETS2 on console. I would have to think that if they are literally going to put the time and the money into doing a new engine and adding console compatibility to it, I would have to say we're probably going to see something. I mean, as a company, why would you waste the money to do something like that if you're not going to do anything? Now, do I necessarily think we're going to see like a full on ATS or ETS2 come to console? Maybe. I don't know what they can do. Probably not. I would say it wouldn't be like a light version, but maybe if they even start you off with ATS2, even if they just give us like two states to begin with to make it a little easier, I would be fine with that just to have that kind of game on console. And again, I do understand that that game doesn't have a lot of things that I'm saying I would like to see in a bus game. Still doesn't really matter. I enjoy Fernbus for what it is. I'm just kind of saying what I would like to see in the future. Obviously, even a trucking game, someone brought a trucking game like that out. I would like to see the same things implemented in the trucking game. Again, I don't necessarily feel like it needs to be as in depth or survival like as say American Alaskan Alaskan road truckers. Jeez, I don't think it has to get anywhere in depth as that. But having the guy be able to get out of the truck, connect the hoses, do stuff like that, I think that's kind of cool. I know a lot of people say that that would get tedious after a while. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. Maybe it's something that they could shut off in the options. We're seeing so many games come out nowadays that just have so many customizations in it where you can play the game any way you want, and it's just really fantastic. So maybe we could see something like that. Who knows? But what I would like to know is what you guys think. What would you guys like to see in like your ultimate trucking or busing game on console? And again, please like leave out better graphics or performance. Those are a given. Those have to be in the game, right? You cannot have FPS drop. You cannot have, bad AI. That stuff has to be sorted out. We know that. I'm looking at basic, like, features that you would like to see in the game. What do you think would be just awesome in the next, bus simulation type of game, trucking game? Another thing that I think is a must is I feel like it's got to be in a real area, and I don't mean based in a real area like with Bus Simulator 21, how it's like, oh, Angel Shores, it's, it's America, but it's a fictional place in America. I would much rather prefer having real cities, real towns, real roads, real street names, stuff like that. Obviously, I know that they can't put like branded buildings in there, but maybe they can get a little creative with it. I know ATS and ETS they get creative with that kind of thing. I would love to see something like that come to console. But yeah, guys, leave in the comments. What would you like to see? What are some of the features that you would really like to see in a game? I would love to know. Leave it in the comments. I'm going to leave this trip to you guys. You guys can choose to watch the rest of it if you want to, or if not, that's fine. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And we'll see you next time, guys.
das? Da kann sich die Bahn echt mal ein Beispiel nehmen.